meeting. My apologies. We were in closed session earlier. Time now is 6:29. We were taking care of the district's business. We have an exciting agenda. I'm always excited about when we get to honor our retirees who've put in so much work in the district. And so at this particular point in time, if you are online, don't forget to like and share and subscribe to our this particular page, Pontiac School District. But then also, trustees, you guys are here for the closed session, but we're going to take roll call for our regular scheduled meeting. Thank you.
All right, Trustee Bowman.
Present.
Trustee Kraft.
Here.
Trustee Dave Smith.
Present.
President Garrett.
Present.
VP Gross.
Present.
And I'm here. We have a quorum.
All right. Thank you. We don't have our RTC, do we?
No.
Okay. Can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
One nation under God.
All right, thank you. Need a motion on the floor to motion on the floor to amend the agenda.
So moved.
Support.
Moved by Trustee Gross, supported by Trustee David Smith. We're going to remove from the agenda information from the under information from the interim superintendent administration. Benchmark assessment updates, we're going to have that presentation on the 24th when we have the first reading of the budget, and then also the presentation on parent engagement. I think that kind of all runs under the same umbrella, so we can start putting a plan together around attendance as well. And so we'll have that presentation done at that particular point in time, okay? And that was under information from the interim superintendent and administration reports, benchmark, and assessments. We're going to add to the agenda under interim superintendent reports, discussion items, fiber and network cabling at Pontiac High School athletic area and Pontiac High School natatorium audio system. That's both for discussion and action. And under the regular working agenda, we're going to add, we've taken these actions in board governance, but just to make it clear, transparent, and open, we're going to go back over the action items for the non-renewal of Companion Plus Care, approval of the summer enhancements, approval of lighting proposal, the resolution for the pool upgrade, reestablished of the HR committee, and change in contract manager. And so those are already approved motions, but we're going to bring them in here at the regular board meeting, and I'll do a brief description over each one of them before we move them to action items, and they're just action items. Any other questions, comments, or concerns to the amendment of the agenda? Okay. Roll call, Madam Secretary.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Trustee David Smith.
Yes.
President Garrett.
Yes.
VP Gross.
Yes.
I'm voting yes. And Trustee Bowman.
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Okay, thank you. We're going to move now to approval of the regular agenda as amended.
So moved. Support.
Moved by Trustee Bowman, supported by Trustee David Smith. Questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee David Smith.
Yes.
President Garrett.
Yes.
VP Gross.
Yes.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Bowman.
Yes.
And Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now that we have a regular working agenda, those at home, thank you again, and those in the audience, thank you again for being here. If we move down to awards and recognition, Superintendent, the meeting is yours. 2024 Pontiac School District retirees.
Thank you. Good evening, President Garrett, trustees, members of Pontiac School District community, staff, and our visitors. At this time, on behalf of the Pontiac Board of Education, we are excited and elated and somewhat, saddened by long careers and service to the students and staff of Pontiac School District. I'm going to call the following retirees up now to be recognized. Wilbur Jones, teacher, Pontiac High School for 20 years of service.
Wow.
Sue Donato, teacher at Whitman, 5 years of service. Christina Mendoza, special education teacher, 37 years. Deborah Davis, teacher, Owen, 11 years of service. Catherine Fender, para, Kennedy, 22 years of service. Claudia Fields, food service, Frost, 24 years of service. Hey, Miss Claudia. Stacy McKenna, teacher, ITA, 25 years of service. Julie Sugg, grant specialist, admin, 36 years of service. Sylvia Sturgis, assistant principal, International Technology Academy, 25 years of service. Bonnie Penta, teacher, Pontiac High School, 27 years of service. Angela Ogabar, teacher, International Technology Academy, 27 years service. Janet McCasland, teacher, Pontiac Middle School, 21 years of service. Karen Thomas, kindergarten teacher, International Technology Academy, 43 years of service. Congratulations, retirees. We wish you all the best. We honor you today for your excellent service to Pontiac School District. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Okay, any comments from the board? Trustee Bowman.
Thank you so much for everything that you all have done for this district. It's not just a workplace, it's family. You are family. When I look out here and I see your faces, I may not know each one of you personally, but thank you so much for the things that you've done for this community, for our district, for our children, because without those of you out there standing in the gap for our youth, we'd really, really be a lost cause. Thank you all so much for everything that you've done for this community, my community that I love, that I call home. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. And it's just beautiful, and I'm glad that you all have given yourselves, and thank you to your families and everything for sharing you with us for so long. We appreciate you. And y'all, more than welcome to stay and return and come back if you like. So we love you, appreciate it, and congratulations on whatever you do next. Just have fun, and if you drink, take a shot from me.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes, I'd like to echo the same sentiments. Thank you for your dedication, and just to, to go through a whole school year, just to be in a Pontiac school year, especially, was it 42 years?
43.
43 years. You know how many so many days that it was real cold outside, and you still got up and came. And that's for all of you guys and stuff, because it's no easy task just to take care of other people's children and keep them in a safe environment, and you grow attached to them. And I know that's going to be the main part. What you're going to miss is the children, because you wouldn't be here that long if you didn't love children. But thank you again, and I applaud every one of you.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Davis Smith.
So my trustees had said it all, but I wanted to also say that I just thank you guys for your commitment to our students, and I really appreciate you guys. And like Trustee Bowman said, I've always seen you all in the hallways, and some of you were there when I was in school. Yeah, she taught my little brother, and I was like, I know that's not her, but when, when they say how many years she did, I was like, oh my goodness, because you still look amazing.
Yeah.
But I know our kids keep you guys young and going. So just thank you so much for all you've done for our children.
Thank you, madam. Dr.
Thank
Hannah?
you. Yeah. Those were my sentiments. I was going to say, when I heard 43 years, 36 years, 25 years, you guys do not look like you've put in that much time here in the district. But I applaud you for your commitment. Thank you for staying and through all of the challenges and just remaining steadfast in your work. I was trying to tally up all the years of service, and I think I'm at like over 300 years of service that we're losing. So again, thank you so much for sharing and spending your career. It seems like your entire careers here with the Pontiac School District. We truly appreciate you.
Awesome, thank you. Trustee Gross.
Thank you, thank you. First of all, let me be the first to welcome all of you to the world of retirement, where every day is Saturday. You only get up when you want to now. And I'm loving every second. I'm past minutes now. You're gonna love it. But I want you to first of all, take time for yourselves. It's gonna seem difficult that first year. But I promise you, if you take time for yourself now, you've done everything you need to do for us. Now it's time to do for you. I thank you all. We're going to miss you, all of you, and thank you for your service. And to my friend, who we've been together since high school, Ms. Sturgis, we've been together a long time. And to see you do this and still look as good as you do, you still look younger than me. So I ain't gonna tell our age. And I'm proud of you and the job you've done. I remember when you came on as a teacher, and here I am with you as a board member, and you retire as a principal. That's a blessing. And all of you have been a blessing to this district. And I thank you personally, coming from me, thank you.
Thank you. I think all the trustees said it all. Please enjoy your retirement. Take care of yourself. Spend as much time with your family as possible. If you got grandkids, if you got godchildren, my mentor, just spend time with your family. And if you feel a need to come back, or you feel a need that you want to teach a class, or that itch just scratch you, you just wake up September 1st and in a panic mode, your heart racing, call Ms. Kellum. Say there's something that you need to do. I'm sure we have some spaces for you. But be proud of what you've done. Do not make light of this retirement. Do not make light of the years that you've put in, the soul sacrifice for what you've done for many, many children, not just in Pontiac, but you got if I'm on my third generation, like y'all got families out here, kids who have kids, and you've taught their kids. Like that is a God-given gift. That is a talent. And yeah, our world is a little mixed up where teachers don't get paid or allow us to pay them what they need to be paid. But you didn't do it for the pay, and you didn't do it to get rich. But the wealth that you have and provided in this world is unmeasurable. And so thank you, and I personally thank you for that sacrifice, because that's exactly what it is. But God is truly going to bless you for it. But take care of your family, take care of your loved ones. Those holidays now that you ain't got to be checking papers or checking in to see if everything is okay. You ain't waking up 3 o'clock in the morning, looking outside the window if I got to go put my boots on or not. Like, take advantage of that. Yeah. Take advantage of that. Wake up when you want to. Because some of you, I can look in your eyes, and I've worked with you when I was an SRO in the district. You're not going to be retired long. There's something else you're going to find to do. Because teaching is a gift. Teaching is a gift. Watching somebody learn something that they didn't know before is a blessing. And being able to do that, that's amazing. And so I could just, it's not going to last too long. It didn't last too long for my partner over here. And so just take care of your health. And keep watch of us. Keep us in your prayers. Don't be a stranger. When you see the ribbon cuttings, come. Some of you are alumnus here as well. So thank you so much for what you do and what you've done. And God bless you all in your next step and your next journey. Okay? We're going to move down to, matter of fact, yeah, we're going to take a picture. Is there anything that you would like to say before we move on? Or I go into any retirees? Okay, yes, ma'am.
Good evening. Since I've been teaching so long, I just want to say this, that I'm very proud of the work that I did in the Pontiac School District because I am a product of the Pontiac School District myself. Went to Whittier, Washington, Lincoln, and graduated from Pontiac Central, the Chiefs.
Okay.
And because of the excellent education that I received in Pontiac, I was able to attend and graduate from the University of Michigan, get my master's plus 30 from Oakland University, and came back home to teach. I'm also a second-generation teacher. Some of you may know my mom, Clydell Jones. She was a master teacher that retired here, so I followed in her footsteps. So I leave here with a very full heart. Your brother, I've taught, I call myself a grand teacher because I'm teaching students of former students. Wow. But I just want you to know that this has been a tremendous ride, and I'm very proud, and I leave happy and sad at the same time because I'm going to miss my children. I'm not going to miss those getting up on those days. You know, I'm just not. But I want to thank everybody for their support, my ITA family, you know, and just everyone that I see, so many people that I have worked with, crossed paths with. And I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Couldn't see you.
Let this tall lady speak.
So I'm going to give you a hug, making short jokes.
I would have said something, but I missed her back there. This was my classmate at Pontiac Central.
Classmate as well. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
I'm just so thankful to have been a part of the Pontiac School District. Born and raised in Pontiac, a student in every elementary that's probably closed, but just such a rich environment. I never sought opportunities in any other district. Pontiac was the only district that I knew I wanted to be here. So I'm just really thankful for the opportunities. I'm prayerful that Pontiac will continue to be on the rise. So thank you, and I will truly take heed to your words. I'm not going to get up. I'm going to have a shop for you. And I'm going to just sail into the sunset. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Her twin and I tried to get her to go to Michigan State with us, but she decided to go to Eastern, and that was okay. Same colors. We tried.
So at this particular point in time, like we always we do, we're going to stand for a 6-minute recess. We'll take a picture with the board so that our retirees maybe enjoy their last day with at least the sun coming up before they get out of this meeting, okay? So stand at a 10-minute recess. Thank you. We'll join you here.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Nice warm weather.
Yes.
I think she's going down here.
Oh, yeah, easily.
All right, thank you. Those at home, welcome. Please like and share and subscribe. Listen, our retirees deserve to be recognized throughout the planet. And so social media is one of those ways we reach and get that information out. So if you can at least share the first part of this so they understand and clearly that they're much appreciated and that, you know, they've done their time. So they're not looking for full-time jobs anywhere else. But, you know, they will when they need to. So, again, thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And those at the audience, thank you for allowing us to take the time to make sure that we celebrate them. And Judge, I know that was your phone. So, with that being said, we're going to move down to our agenda, recognition of elected officials. Any other elected officials in the audience? Somebody brought this up to me. Whether you're in Pontiac or not, you're still elected official. So if you are an elected official, this is the time of the meeting. We recognize you, and if you wanted to say anything. But if not, I have 5 other trustees. How y'all doing today?
We're doing wonderful, sir.
Doing pretty good? Okay, all right. We're going to move down to consent agenda. Need a motion on the floor, please.
So moved.
Moved by trustee Davis Smith, supported by trustee Bowman. Questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, roll call, please.
President Garrett,
Yes.
VP Gross.
Yes.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Bowman,
Yes.
Trustee Kraft,
Yes.
and Trustee Davis Smith.
Yes.
Okay. Motion passed. Thank you so much. We're going to move down to discussion item audio enhancements. The presenter is Mr. Holcomb. Dr. Leverett, if we may, yield the floor to him.
Bill, take it away.
Like the whole agenda, Mr. Holcomb.
Good evening, Mr. President and Board
Good evening.
Trustees and audience. A couple of items to go through here. Audio enhancements. Background rationale. In an effort to add additional sound enhancements in the Pontiac High School main gym and the Pontiac High School auditorium, it has been determined that subwoofers, amplifiers, and relocation of existing speakers in the gym will need to be implemented. A third-party audio designer, Digital Age Technologies, was brought on site to review the spaces and suggest a path to achieving our audio goal. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Education approve funding for two projects. The Pontiac High School main gym in the amount of $18,434.04, and the Pontiac High School auditorium, which is $5,251.34.
Okay, thank you. You want to have him, because he has 4 presentations, I believe. Do you want to wait? Or you want to do a one-by-one board? What is your pleasure?
Put them all together.
I did them all, yeah.
All right, can you go to the next one, please?
Certainly. This is for the video board for the new aquatic center. As we re-energize the aquatic center at Pontiac High School, we want to provide our students and community with the best experience we can. By installing a video board that is software-driven, we can display times and stats for swimming competitions, highlight student athletes, advertise internal and external events, play videos, and more. The software portion of the board is identical to what we've already installed in the gymnasium, so our staff is familiar with its operation and capabilities. The hardware is a little bit different because of the environment that it's in. It requires quote-unquote hardened equipment that's waterproof and can take the humidity that's in that facility. The intent is to have the installation completed prior to August 24th, 2024. So it is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Education approve funding for an aquatic video board from Digital Scoreboards in the amount of $145,000. There's 3 quotes attached in your bid pack. Item number 3, fiber network cabling at the Pontiac High School athletic area. Due to the aging condition of the cabling infrastructure in the natatorium, it will be necessary to recable the basic infrastructure and replace fiber and conduit back to an existing data closet. Additional Category 6, which is our district standard, cabling to provide basic infrastructure such as cameras, wireless access points, public address for emergency alerts, and clocks. Again, due to the nature of the environment with extreme moisture, weather-rated cabling will be used to increase the life of the cabling. So it is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Education approve funding for the infrastructure cabling in and around the athletic locker rooms and the natatorium from Digital Age Technologies in the amount of $9,593.06. And finally, Pontiac High School natatorium audio system. Due to the revitalization of the district natatorium, it will require replacement and upgrade of the audio system. The proposed audio system will include state-of-the-art wireless microphones, Bluetooth connectivity, touchpad control for ease of use, JBL CBT 100 speaker array, and bi-amp amplification system. The previously approved video display system will tie into the new audio system to provide a more robust listening experience and give the district the ability to provide multimedia events such as movies while you float in the pool, for instance. Due to the nature of the environment with extreme moisture, weather-rated equipment will be used to increase the life of the installation. It is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Education approve funding for an natatorium audio system from Digital Age Technologies in the amount of $26,343.70, and that also will be installed before August 24th of this year.
All right, questions from the board?
I love it. It's bringing us up to date where we need to be for these children and provide them with the best. And we have a few surprises because of why we're doing this, and we'll get to that later. But thank you for bringing this forward. You and the facilities team, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything? No? No? Kraft? Anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Oh, go ahead, ma'am.
Just thank you. This is exciting things that we're bringing along, and definitely the pool, anything around the pool. I'm excited. I'm with it. Yes.
Okay.
Lump them all together.
On the ring? No, we have 4. Yeah. Okay, so we know that they are pretty much going together. My question is, for the fiber network cabling through the athletic area. Is that additional to what we already did in the basketball?
Yes.
Like how far, like, can you just kind of give us a visual,
So
walk us through, like where it'd be exactly?
Sure. The data center is nestled between, it's now next to the new training room.
Okay.
That's in that lower area of the locker rooms, between the boys and girls locker room. So the fiber will run through the locker rooms, down an adjacent hall, across where the laundry room is, into the pool area. And then it gets terminated inside of, there's an office space inside of the natatorium where the old cabling terminated, so it'll follow the pathway into that area.
Okay.
And then from there, we put a network switch inside of that room. That's why we're doing the fiber, because there's so many runs inside of the pool area, and it's such a long distance, we can't run Cat 6 cable. So we have to do fiber into that room and then peel it off from there from a network switch. There's 16 drops that actually go in there to support the cameras, the Wi-Fi, the video board, the sound system. That'll all come out of that one office space and kind of spiderweb out throughout the infrastructure.
Okay, so this is coming out of the bond?
Yes. Yep, this is the Pontiac High School bond. I believe on your sheets you have the number. I don't have, it was a late entry. I don't have the number. It's a 423 number. So yes, that's coming out of the bond.
So is this, and here's my question, and maybe we can talk like this when we get back to the pool area, because I want to get in a little bit more detail about it. Because we have this question around bond, ESSER, spending, et cetera. Is this work was this when we did the work over there when we were doing the basketball, that whole new wing, those were done out of bond dollars?
Correct.
Correct?
Yes.
Is that why we're continuing this in this fashion?
Quite honestly, I would
know.
leave that to the business
Okay.
office to decide. They're the ones who provide the account numbers.
So Pete, is this where we're just continuing along something that, because we're already used in that particular area? Or is this just, not even aquatic, we're not even talking about aquatic, I'm just talking about technology at this piece?
Yeah, as far as
What is,
just a decision to go into bond.
okay, all right, perfect. Okay, that's all the questions that I particularly had. Can I get, so wait, I won't tie up the meeting in individual, we'll have that individual. Can I get a motion on the floor to combine A, B, C, and D on the action items?
Support.
Moved by trustee David Smith, supported by trustee Bowman to combine the action items A, B, C, and D. Roll call.
VP Gross.
Yes.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Bowman.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Trustee Davis Smith.
Yes.
And President Garrett
Yes.
to combine all action items.
All right, thank you. Can I get a motion on the floor to approve the combined action items?
So moved.
Support.
Moved by trustee Gross, supported by trustee Bowman. Questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, roll call, please.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Bowman.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Trustee Davis Smith.
Yes.
President Garrett.
Yes.
And VP Gross.
Yes.
Okay, awesome, thank you. We're going to move down to the regular working agenda, Board of Education. We have a discussion item, DLH Financial Service Agreement, and I'm going to allow Mr. Seeger to have a conversation with Mr. Darrell. He is Hurley, he's here in the audience.
Good evening. The board wishes to engage a financial consulting firm to perform an audit of certain transactions related to the 2020 bond. It is a recommendation that the Board of Education approve the agreement with DLH Financial Services to perform an audit of the 2020 bond listed above for a contract amount of $468,000.
Okay.
And today with us is Darrell Hurley, who's the owner of DLH Financial Services, who can answer any questions that you may have.
All right, thank you.
I already said my part.
Nope, I'm not. Any comments from the board at this time? Okay. You got something to say?
I said, you want me to say that loud?
No, I
You
don't
want me to
think.
say what I just
So,
said loud?
so in light of this, this audit of the particular bond funds, there were some things that the board had found to be very difficult to not just say overlook, but very difficult in this transactions, right? And so to be good stewards of the dollars, to have, so all the heavy lifting is not going to be on particularly grants, because it is around grants, and Mr. Pete and his office, and to keep day-to-day going smoothly as it's been, we want to hire someone else to come in and take a look at some of the change orders, some of the things that were done around the bond. And it's not to even say at this particular point in time, I can see Daryl kind of like this right here. So it's not to say at this particular point in time to find any discrepancies and things of that nature, but there was some unusual activity that just doesn't happen in everybody else's district. And it pretty much happens here. And it happened here. And so for me, I'm very supportive of this particular move. I know we saw the dollar amount of what that is, but this is not a stranger to what we've done before. Reason why I am very appreciative of Mr. Hurley's firm is because he was the same firm that we used back in 2007, I believe, 2010, when we wanted to look at where we were going. It's our job as a board to be very fiscal and sovereign in that particular fashion, and to watch over the districts, no matter if it's bond money, ESSER dollars, general fund. It's money that is supposed to go to our particular kids and in our community. And so I'm grateful for this particular point in time. I look forward to what we find, whatever it may look forward or whatever it may be. I'm appreciative that the board is being courageous enough to take this approach and this step to make sure that we're doing what we need to do in the best interest of our students. And so with that being said, I need a motion on the floor to accept the approval of the DLH Financial Service Agreement.
So moved.
Support.
Moved by Trustee Bowman, supported by Trustee Gross. Questions, comments, or concerns? And I think, nope, here, roll call.
Trustee Bowman,
Yes.
Trustee Kraft,
Yes.
Trustee Davis Smith,
Yes.
President Garrett,
Yes.
VP Gross.
Yes.
And I'm voting yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Anything else you need? Anything else you need from us? Okay.
We're good.
All right. I see our owner's rep, Mr. Allen, is in the back, so I think you're going to be pretty much busy with 2 pallets worth of documentation. So we're going to move down to General Counsel. How you doing, Mr. Seeger? Back on you. 2324 EOY Administrative Central Office Evaluations Rating. No, that's Ms. Kellum.
I'm still.
You're still doing the report?
No, I said I'm still.
Okay. All right. Good. All right, Ms. Kellum, the meeting's yours.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. I don't have the actual attachment, but this is just the end of the year ratings for the administrators and the central office staff. In your report, you should see the ratings. There will not be names next to the ratings, but it will have the titles and the ratings for each employee, administrator, principal, assistant principal, central office staff, and this is just a report for your information.
We don't have the physical attachment.
I don't have it here, no.
Yeah, no, I got it.
No, it's just a report for the board's information only.
All right, awesome. Yeah, we got it. I just didn't. Okay. All right. Thank you, madam. All right, we're going to move down to, so the evaluation ratings, or the process of the evaluation, well, the person who had that question is not here, so we'll disregard for now. Okay. We're going to move down to discussion item. First one's up is the Pontiac Middle School Principal Candidate for Hire. Ms. Kellum, the meeting is yours.
Thank you. This is a discussion and action item. We would like it to be voted on this evening. Pontiac Middle School Candidate for Hire, Karen Robinson. Background rationale reads, the proposed 24-25 contract will secure Karen Robinson's contract and shall be at the annual rate of $118,097.05. regarding the base salary for the 24-25 school fiscal year, July 1, 2024 through June 30, 2025. If the operating tax levy for a given fiscal year increases less than 3% from the previous fiscal year tax levy, there will be no salary schedule increase. If the operating tax levy for a given fiscal year increases greater than 3% from the previous fiscal year tax levy, the salary schedule increase shall be equal to 50% of the percentage increase above 3%. For example, if the tax levy increases 6%, then the wage scale shall increase 1.5%, which is 6% minus 3% times 50%. The salary schedule increase shall not exceed 5% in any given year. The funding source is general fund. It is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Education approve the contract of Karen Robinson as principal of Pontiac Middle School effective July 1, 2024 through June 30, 2025. Her resume as well as her administrative certification should be attached, and Ms. Robinson is in the audience.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Board, you've heard the recommendation from Mrs. Kellum. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Okay. Hearing none, going to move down to Blazer Works, formerly DBA as Solent Health, as Sunbelt Staffing. Ms. Kellum, the floor is yours.
Thank you. This is another item for discussion and action. Is actually a contract renewal. So this is a contract renewal for Blazer Works LLC, formerly doing business as Soliant Health and Sunbelt Staffing. The background rationale reads, the purpose of this contract is to provide services for occupational therapy, OT, speech language pathology, SLP, and physical therapy, PT, school psychologists, SP, to students with disabilities as specified by their individual education plan, IEP. Federal and state regulations require that OT, SLP, PT, and SLP services be provided to students as stipulated in their IEPs. This contract will ensure the continuation for services who qualify for students who qualify for these services from July 1, 2024 through June 30, 2025. This contract will replace the contracts previously provided by Sunbelt Staffing and Soliant Health, as they are a conglomerate group of major staffing agencies owned by Blazer Works LLC and are all under one corporate umbrella. Blazer Works LLC now oversees these companies. The recommendation is, it is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Education discuss and approve the professional services contract renewal agreement with Blazer Works, formerly doing business as Soliant Health and Sunbelt Staffing. This says Prime Healthcare. That's an error, so I'll make sure that's fixed. In the Pontiac School District effective July 1, 2024 through June 30, 2025. Expense amount for 23-24 was $537,584.86. And you should have a copy of the contract behind the bear.
Yeah, it won't come up. Okay. Thank you. Is this a combined, do you know what they were separate?
I'm sorry, repeat that, please.
Do you know what it was separately? These are two different companies, so I know we have them for two different functions.
I do know that dollar amount, but I can get that to you after the board meeting.
Okay, but was
you want to
that-
know the separate, how much Soliant was expense and how much Sunbelt was?
Because it's all special ed. This is,
Yes.
it goes to our special, not goes to our special ed department, but to help
Yes.
with our SPED program, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so, because I know when people hear that price tag is just going to one business, but these two separate businesses, was it a takeover? Do we know why they merged? Do we know?
I don't know why they merged. Attorney Seegers may know better than me, but I do know that Blazer Works bought these companies. They're smaller companies, and Blazer Works took over these special ed services for these companies, and so now they're all up under this one umbrella.
Is Blazer Works a bigger SPED company?
Correct.
Are they local? They're not local, are they?
No.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I have no idea why they merged, or
I mean, I was just curious. I mean, I found some things on them, but I'm always just leap around special education when businesses get to merging and all things start to happen. And because we have some unfunded mandates, then it always seems like we get the bigger of the price tag. And so I'm like, okay, if all these people have money enough to merge and do all these other things that we're doing, and we're paying into it, right? But, I don't know. I was just hoping that the state didn't have anything to do with Blazer Works. That's all. Just my little personal hiccup with underfunding. Okay, next one, please. Thank you.
The next one, that's not my agenda item, the next one.
Which one?
Hiring process
Okay.
discussion.
General Counsel? Who was that from?
Us.
Yeah, I didn't have that on there, but I don't know if the board wanted to discuss it, but I can discuss the professional ground services if you guys want to discuss that.
Hey. I thought we discussed it in board governance, but
did.
we can discuss it here.
I didn't think it was up for discussion.
Okay. All right. So in the hiring process, we did a committee, and we're going to re-vote on that again today. We added an HR committee for hiring process. And so those 3 individuals have been identified. I think it was myself.
No, it was.
No, it was myself.
And these two here.
Who?
She's alternate.
No, she's.
Yes, it's you, Trustee Kraft, and Trustee Davis Smith.
I thought
And the alternate is Trustee
this man think 'cause he went to Michigan State.
I was there when
This man think because we got visitors in the audience, like I'm gonna change who I am.
Well, I tallied it up because I was the secretary and VP that night.
That was a shot. He threw a shot at you. He threw a
Doctor's
shot
out of
at you.
business.
Okay, so with that being said, that's a part of the process.
Yes.
We will begin to, as we're going through this new process, those who cannot attend, an alternate board member will be there. And then as we're going through looking at all of the hirings, as we commit to ourselves to this particular process, so that no board members or the board can't say what we did not have a process or take into. I don't think in the fist of owning all of everything that's happened in the particular past, I believe doing it this way, it puts everybody in the forefront and transparent. I'm a miss to get us all in the room, and so this gets us all in the room. It gets us all in the room, gets us all to an understanding and say, okay, listen, this is what it is. And I'm just gonna be quite honest with you. Like, we're in a good space, right? But then also, we're in a transitional space that we could do some good things in. And so it's not just that we felt bad about anybody. It's not personal against anything or anyone. It's just a particular process as it relates to how we're hired by the community to do a certain job. We know our community better than anybody. And so when we're sitting there asking questions about the community, we want to make sure that these folks understand what it is. Because there's been folks who've, I wouldn't necessarily say beat our system in a sense, but they came, they went through HR, went through the process, and then after they get board approved here, then they go back and be like, okay, yeah, they really want me. I want to renegotiate. And we had that. And I was like, wow, that's interesting, right? And so thank God that HR understood what it was and was like, no, we don't need that kind of person here. And you never brought them back forward. So I can recognize that. The other idea that I could think of that had took place is when individuals who decided that this was a good space for them, and we were just a placeholder, and then you offer them, and then they leave. So we're going to be a part of the process. We've already established what that is, and then we'll get the dates from you, Ms. Wright. They'll put them on our calendar, and then we'll follow that particular process as we go through it.
Bless you.
Okay. Any questions from the board? HR, bless you.
Just a comment. And I'm glad you explained it the way you did, because I want to make this perfectly clear that this is a board process that I believe that we should be part of. And I understand that, there's been messages sent through via other board members that this board is creating a hostile environment because of our involvement day to day. Well, I ain't in the schools day to day, and I don't do everything. I'm just speaking personally as a single board member. I've been told to say that no, that's not what this is about. Because ultimately, those recommendations is sent to this board for approval. So my question is, and we've had some situations where things have not panned out, and I'm not making accusations that they've not been vetted, but have not been vetted through this board. And we have the ultimate decision to hire them. So this is not a day-to-day process that we're getting involved in being part of the hiring committee. I think it's highly important that we are involved, because ultimately, again, we hire these individuals. So this is not a slap in the face of HR. We're taking over the day-to-day of HR's process. We're causing a hostile environment. We want to run this district as if we're communists and we doing everything that we want as a board and no one can. I'm getting tired of these messages that are coming across my phone and my message board. This is not the procedures. We are trying to be as fair as possible to ensure that we have the best for our children, because we truly, honestly believe that they are the best. So in order to ensure that we provide this, we need to be a part of that, because lastly, again, we make the final approval. Now, this is a GK Kevin Gross statement. You don't have to agree with it. I don't care. And I approve this message.
President.
I don't have to complain at the end of the night. I'm not.
That's your vice president.
I know, man. I got his back 1,000%. I just, we just don't play the game around here about what we don't know. Like, this our community. We live here. We govern here. And again, I have 6 wonderful people that been through the Pontiac School District. I got retirees that been through the Pontiac School District that have legacy in the Pontiac School District. Like, so I don't twist words when it come down to Pontiac, and I don't twist words when it come down to making sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, and when we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. I'll give the policies. I give them all the time. I don't know why people don't read policies, but I'll give the law that says we do what we're supposed to do and the people elect us to do it. If you don't find it to be right, don't blame me. Blame the lawmakers. I didn't, this stuff was here, this law was in existence since 1979? I think it was 1979. I was 4 years old. I ain't had nothing to do with this. And if they decided not to change it and they was going with it, then that's on them, but it's Public Act 451. What's important is what we do for our students and our staff. We always leave out the staff. We always leave out, like, we'll just say, oh, I just love the kids. Well, I hope that if you in the school district that you love kids. But the reality of it is, it's been over time where people who have come to our district who don't love kids and don't care about what we're doing. We have A1 insurance here. A1 insurance. You know, people will come here just to work because of the insurance. Don't care about your kids. And we know that. So why do I have to hide like I don't know that? And why do I have to pretend that we don't need to correct the problem that we have? There's people who want to do some great work in our district. We want you to be here and be successful, but we also want you to know what you're getting yourself into and that you don't have to be convoluted with all the crazy mess. So I think you said it best, and I appreciate you saying that you said it. They're going to blame me anyway, but it doesn't matter. It's about what we're going to do for our kids and the excellence. 300 years of service? Ain't no way in the world I can let this district close. Or somebody say something crazy about the district. They free now. This ain't like, oh yeah, he the president. No, it's just, that's Brother Garrett. Now, when they see me out in the streets, that ain't somebody, I want to be able to look them dead in their eyes and say we still good. Not just because we just sitting up here well, that part, you're good. Okay, I'll give the policies on what we need to do a little later, but thank you, sir, for mentioning that. We're gonna move down. Any other questions about the hiring process? Feel free.
No question.
Okay, all right. We're gonna go down to approval of professional ground services contract extension.
Good evening. So the district currently has a contract with Professional Ground Services for grounds, for grass and snow removal. So that contract expires on June 30th of this year. And there are 2 potential one-year extensions still available under the contract. The Facilities Department is currently considering making some changes to how it delivers ground services, perhaps bringing some of those services in-house. And for that reason, instead of extending this contract out for a full year, we're just going to extend it out for 90 days. Let facilities get a handle on exactly what their needs will be assuming they do bring some services in-house, and that will obviously change the scope of this contract, and we will change the contract accordingly and bring something back to you in September timeframe. And that's it. And there won't be any change to the pricing of it for these next 90 days.
Okay. Any questions from the board?
Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
And I'm directing this to Marvin Tone. You approve, you evaluate, I know you evaluate them.
Yes,
And you wouldn't be bringing it to us if you didn't approve of the work service that you've been getting from them.
correct.
Okay. And I want to make sure that the community knew that. This is not because you're friends.
I don't know.
They were
friends with these
evaluated. No, I'm just, dude, you know this community and what we've been hearing, so I want to make sure that the evaluation was complete, you approve of them, and this is why you're asking for renewal.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Hold on. You asking for a renewal or extension?
No, extension.
Extension, I mean,
sorry,
like,
extension.
I'm misquote of words.
Yeah, extension.
Misquote of words.
Oh, you
Extension.
friends with him?
No, I don't know. I'm just,
We're going to make some adjustments, though.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it, gentlemen.
Go ahead, Ms. Bowman.
So, may I ask, with this grounds contract, I sometimes ride my bike here, and I noticed on the front of the ground, oftentimes trash, and I know that, who's responsible for that?
It's two parts to that. It's the grounds department, also the custodial staff in that building. Mainly, it's in the grounds department contract. So that's what we asked for an extension. Right now, we're looking at adding some in-house employees to the district so we can help resolve some issues.
Okay.
So it'll adjust itself as we make the changes
All right,
to
wonderful.
make that a better service for you guys.
Thank you much.
For us.
That's what I wanted to know. Appreciate you.
Any other question?
I think it's good.
Okay. As it relates to this particular contract, I'll agree with the 30-day extension, this 90-day. Oh, I thought it was a 30-day. Sure it ain't a 30-day? Oh, okay. I would agree with the 30-day, the 90 extension. There's, for what we're giving them, I just want to publicly say this as an individual trustee. The service and for what we pay them on the end of them housing their whole business here,
Correct.
treat me like you treating GM. And so with that being said, yeah, I understand about bringing in-house, right? And the insurance costs and things of that nature. But then some services is just, some people take care of your stuff when it's yours.
Correct.
Like, I believe in saving money. I believe in all of that right sizing. I trust me, I believe in it, and I'm okay with it. I ain't, but at some point, like, I appreciate you, just going through the, 90 days. At some point, we want to ask our contractors to look at what they're doing and how they treat us, because we're no longer under the consent agreement. Some people have this idea because we were under this consent agreement that we're still there, and we're not there anymore. And so the sprinkler system should be working. Like, there's things, the fertilizing of the glass, it should be green. Like, it should be Taj Mahal when you come through here. I don't see why it isn't. And so I thank you for bringing the contract, but however, I just think it's some other things that they need to do. And if they can't do, I think we should figure out a way how we can get it, who can.
New direction.
You had your hand up again, I'm sorry.
No, I was just
Okay.
saying that we need to find somebody who can if they can't. That's all.
Okay. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're going to move down to action item, approval of Pontiac Middle School principal candidate for hire. Need a motion on the floor, please.
So moved.
Support.
Moved by trustee Gross, supported by trustee Davis Smith. Questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Bowman.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Trustee Davis Smith. President Garrett.
Yes.
VP Gross.
Yes.
And I'm voting yes.
Awesome, thank you. Welcome, madam. So, do you wish to say anything to the community as the new and only middle school at Pontiac Middle School?
Thank you. Certainly, God is amazing. I do want to thank you, President Garrett, Vice President Gross, Dr. Leverett, Dr. Devison, and Ms. Kellum, and thank this board for ensuring your trust in me and giving me this opportunity to serve the community, to continue to serve the community, the staff, the students, and certainly our parents and community. So thank you, everybody, and I look forward to the challenge.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Any comments from the board?
Just a question.
Go ahead.
So we're not going to see you anymore in our meetings, in our committee? You going to be there? Oh, I'm good then. No, thank you.
Yeah, he losing a friend or
No,
something.
he's one of the best on our
Go
committee,
ahead.
man.
Congratulations. Hey, we had a long journey too. You were coaching basketball over at Jefferson. I was refereeing, right? Yes, sir. Right. And I'm so proud of you, and that was 30 years ago. Right.
That's new.
Huh?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that, huh?
No.
Right. So we got a coach in the pocket over there
I'm
too.
very curious. The average service time of everyone in the district, like from all the employees, the average service time of what that would be. I'm curious to know what that is, right? Because it's beyond, reason why I ask that is because really, truly, if you serve in 40 years in a place, I'm just going to throw in that for example, 25 years, right? Like you're not doing it because this is my quick rich scheme. You know what I mean? Like, I found something that somebody, I'm talking about, and then you talking about building the capacity with students. So if you get people in your district that's like doing 25, 21, 20 years, like I got people here doing 5 years, less than 5 years. And the complaints that I hear, but then I have some people leave and then come back. And I'm like, is some mentorship need to be going on? Is there some, how stick and stay? Is some other things that need to be going on? And maybe we need to look at something because, it's an honor to hear it, right? Like when you say that, like Jefferson, I'm like, hey, Jefferson ain't been opening, God knows when. But again, like to have that conversation, but that person is now leading that middle school, like creating that different environment.
Yes.
Like, have some of that past history, looking at, like I'm at the point where I can look at kids now and be like, oh yeah, you I'm gonna use them for, use a Johnson, yeah, use a Gary. Oh yeah, they could just walking down the hallway, you be like, that's a Gary, and then you whispering to somebody, like, well, who is mama? You know what I'm saying? Like that's Pontiac, that to me. So I just appreciate it. But I'm curious about what that average will look like. But congratulations again. Thank you so much. We're going to move down to approval of BlazerWorks formula DBAS Solon Health and Sunbelt and staffing. Can a motion on the floor to this approval with the amended corrections from HR from the Bear?
Moved and support. They say they're so soft. I just had to make sure you're all right.
He picked one, man. That's what happened
got you
today.
back.
Moved by Trustee David Smith, supported by Trustee Bowman. Questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Trustee David Smith.
Yes.
President Garrett.
Yes.
VP Gross.
Yes.
I'm voting yes, and Trustee Bowman.
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Okay. Need a motion on the floor for the approval of professional ground service contract extension. Moved by Trustee David Smith,
Support.
supported by Trustee Bowman. He only do this to me when he got classmates and frat brothers in the audience. That's the only time he do this to me. That's the only time we do this to me. I'm telling you. That's why I know what happened.
Yes.
Roll call, please.
Trustee David Smith.
Yes.
President Garrett.
Yes.
VP Gross.
Yes.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Bowman.
Yes.
And Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Going to move down to curriculum and instruction. Discussion item 2024-2025 grant-funded curriculum supplies and services. Dr. Leverett.
Thank you, President Garrett. At this time, I will turn it over to Dr. Devison.
Dr. Davison, how you doing?
Hey.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
To everyone. Okay, today is the discussion and action item for the 24-25 grant-funded curriculum supplies and services. The background rationale is Pontiac School District Administration is looking to purchase materials and services for our 24-25 school year. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Education approve the 2024-2025 grant-funded curriculum supplies and services purchase in the amount of $617,917.65.
All right, awesome, thank you. I have a correction from the Vice President and Madam Secretary, if you will. We do need to approve the hiring process that is set for hiring as stated. So can a motion on the floor, please? We're going to backtrack for a second. Moved by Trustee Davis.
Support.
Supported by Trustee Gross. Questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
President Garrett.
Yes.
VP Gross.
Yes.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Bowman.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
And Trustee Davis Smith.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate you, thank you for allowing me to clear that up. We just did the grounds. We did the grounds already. The grounds?
Yep, we did that.
We did the grounds.
Okay, good. I missed that one. The hiring process.
That was for the
Hiring process, yes, you got it.
I'm not about to make a joke. Focus, Gil. Focus, Mr. Garrett. You are not. Well, I tell you, people at company get to acting funny. Y'all heard what Dr. Devison stated as it relates to the grant-funded curriculum supplies and services. Any questions around that? Okay. This is not just for the summer school, is it? This is just for the...
No, this is for the school year.
Oh, for the school year. Sure, Dr. Hannah, go ahead.
Is any of this curriculum new? Or is this the same type of curriculum that we've used in the past?
Same.
Okay.
Okay, so my question is this, another question. And I know we talked about it at the board retreat somewhat a little bit, but a curriculum audit, like how often do we go through, and I know Dr. Leverett, you had mentioned it before, like how often do we do that? Like, to see if we do need new supplies?
Every few years, every 3 to 5 years, you will conduct a curriculum audit. So we're at the space right now where we're conducting a curriculum audit on the curriculum that we currently have. That's what CNI is moving forward, doing as we speak.
Okay, so every 3 to 5. Is it based on internal scoring or just assessments that you do 3 to 5 years? Like,
It could be a combination of both. You could have someone externally come in and do a curriculum audit. I believe it would be in our best interest that we utilize the staff that we have that have continued to work with this curriculum, whether you're talking about Savas or whether you're talking about Pearson Learning, that they've been steeped in this curriculum for a while, so they would know best. And a big part of that is the walkthroughs that have been taking place with central office along with building principals. They have been in those classrooms, so they know and understand and have that real-time data to pull from to make those decisions.
okay. All right, thank you, I appreciate it. If we can go down to the 2024-2025 school year, literacy, social studies, and fine arts curriculum materials, Dr. Devison, Dr. Leverett.
Yes, at this time, Dr. Devison, thank you.
And she may not have it because it wasn't in their packet, yeah.
Okay. This is discussion action 2024-2025 school year, literacy, social studies, and fine curriculum materials. The background rationale: Pontiac School District Administration is looking to purchase curriculum materials for, this is the material one. And they are listed here. Do you want me to list all of them at the amount? Okay, Great Minds, $90,280.39. Savas curriculum materials, $52,708.32. Savas AP psychology books, $1,198.80. Haggerty phonics and phonemic awareness resources K through 2, $1,211.25. McGraw-Hill Social Studies Curriculum 6 through 12, $29,554.41. J.W. Pepper Music Resources 6 through 12, $710. And then Bedford, Freeman, and Worth AP Psychology Digital Resources, $2,310. And then HMH World Language Digital Resources, 9th through 12th grade, $26,183.60. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Education approve the 24-25 school year literacy, social studies, and fine arts curriculum materials purchased in the amount of $204,156.77.
Okay. Go ahead, madam.
Sorry. So this curriculum, social studies, literacy, fine arts curriculum, what is the other curriculum materials that we're purchasing?
So the other ones were listed on the BEAR where it says local assessment. It's the assessment data that we use, ELE, and middle school core ELA coaching. So these are coaching and training experiences. The art experience for Kennedy School, Synagogue Learning, Great Minds, Renaissance Curriculum Associates. And then the middle school and high school ELD curriculum materials. And lastly, elementary English learners curriculum materials.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So by these not being any new adoptions, so is this where we can assure that in this year that you're going through the curriculum audit using these same material, questioning these same material? So when can we look forward to the report of the audit? Like to figure out, hey, this is what we keep in, this is what we're not, because it's tied into CTE, because roughly it says about almost $1 million, right, in product between the two asks for this year. So how do you does the vendors, do they approach you, or you just?
Yeah, they approach us, but we also have a process where we vet those. So if we decide, for example, our decision to go with Great Minds curriculum for ELA, then we have to sit down with our ELA teachers and read the materials, see if it works. We have the teachers for those grade levels sit on the committee, and then we have a checklist and a committee decision on, yes, this is a vendor we want to go with, no, this is a vendor that we don't feel fits the needs of our district based on the student academic outcomes and where we are with our data.
So with this, because it says, and the state and federal grants, this is directly toward education, and I guess this is a business question at this particular point in time. Are these grants rollover grants, or are these? We don't want to give. So why are we using? It just says funding source state and federal grants. If these are rollover grants, then I prefer to use ESSER dollars that we have to buy them versus using the same grants. Oh, we didn't talk about money.
Let me see if I can.
Go ahead. I don't know. Either or. That's a question. Go ahead. Diane, that's you.
Some of these will be
Okay. Grab the microphone because the folks at home. I wish you okay? You can stay right there. Stay right there. Thank you, Mr. Frank. Thank you, Mr. Holcomb. Because I just knew y'all weren't about to make her walk all the way over there without grabbing that mic. Okay.
So some of these are through ESSER funds. Some of them will be through grants such as my CLSD grant that have allowed us to provide certain ELA literacy items. The art experience has been through Section 31A. The iReady and the additional assessment, which is EduClimber, Those are specifically, there have been state earmarked grants specifically only for those items, specifically EduClimber. iReady, we've been paying through Title I funds. And we want to make sure that we use Title I because we have a cap of how much money we must spend in order to, after it gets certain amount of carryover. 15% of the carryover, we cannot carry over more than 15% of Title I. And so we want to ensure that we always continue to use Title I and at the same time be good stewards of ESSER 3 at the same time because we want to utilize ESSER 3 also to the max. So you have to play a balance with regards to grant requirements for each one of the grants and then make a decision based on that and interventions, making sure that we have 20% interventions in ESSER 3.
Okay. So with that being spelled out, because everybody's pretty much fairly new, can we set aside some time this summer or July to have that conversation around what is rollover, what can we do with it? Because what I'm hearing though is that if there are some rollover, if there's programs that you may not have, we want to try to give you a little bit more flexibility to use more dollars towards certain programming that only you would know about at this particular point in time. And you understand what I'm saying? Like some of that, because some of that, if it's ESSER that's going to be here, and we know there's a combination of ESSER dollars that was just stated in that conversation, I'm looking at this at a $617,000, I'm just roughly $618,000 in the first ask, right, for the school year. Well, if I got to spend ESSER dollars, how much of the ESSER dollars am I going to spend in that? And then whatever relief that we are having, what other things can you do that don't cause a bill or unwarranted bill, but you can, some right now activities that you can begin to perform, such as if there's keynote speakers you want to bring, if there's certain artists that you want to bring in, if there's things that you want to do to make the school year a lot more, planning trips, like DC trips, like I think there's some things that we need to get all of the answers around what we can use these grant dollars for. People always want to use up the 31A because that's the most popular that people use, right? Like across the country, everybody says 31A dollars because you have to spend them because those are the at-risk dollars in specific districts like ourselves. So that's pretty much my comment to it. And if you kind of find out what that is, and if we can start with these that we have, if we can say, these are ESSER dollars, these are whatever dollars, roll over 10%, that whole thing, and just kind of spell it out for us.
Definitely.
Okay? Sure. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're going to move down to action item. Action approval of 2024-2025 grant funded curriculum supplies and service. Need a motion, please.
Support.
Moved by Trustee Davis Smith, supported by Trustee Gross. Questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
VP Gross.
Yes.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Bowman.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Trustee Davis Smith. And President Garrett.
Thank you. Approval of 2024-2025 school year literacy, social studies, and fine arts curriculum material. Need a motion, please.
Support.
Moved by Trustee Davis Smith, supported by Trustee Gross. Questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Bowman.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Trustee Davis Smith. President Garrett.
Yes.
And VP Gross.
Yes.
All right, thank you. We're going to move down to discussion item and action. We've had a few discussions about this, but I wanted to bring it back. The 8 used vehicles from Lee Industrial Contracting. If Interim Director Beasley or Mr. Allen would approach the podium. Any questions that y'all have in regards to this? We've talked about this. I kind of very exhausting nature, but any questions from the board? Okay, okay, good. Okay, all right. So again, just for those at home, community sake, just briefly explain just what this is, because folks is their first time hearing it.
Yeah, we had the opportunity to pick up some of the last vehicles from Lee Industrial, some of their closeout vehicles. We're in the market for looking for a couple of vehicles to expand, as you heard about our grounds department. And we end up, Lee having a closeout, gave us a deal on 8 of their vehicles, a couple of service van, a service van, some pickup trucks, and 12-passenger vans that the district could use, and they gave us a great price for it. And we're at the point now where we're going to purchase them so that they can be put into the district for use.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Need a motion on the floor to approve the 8 used vehicles from Lee Industrial Contracting?
So moved.
Support.
Moved by trustee Bowman, supported by trustee Gross. Questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Bowman?
Yes.
Trustee Kraft?
Yes.
Trustee Davis Smith?
Yes.
President Garrett?
Yes.
VP Gross?
Iana Hatchett, and that great athlete from Eastern Michigan who went on to win the high hurdles in the 1964 Olympics, who came to ask us after he finished working with the children in New York, can we help you in your foundation? And that's what I saw from all these young people who came to us. I hardly heard anyone say no. That's how much they love this community, that's how much they love their schools, and that's why they want to continue moving the school ahead. So I hope you looked at that book. I know there's some nice things said about me, but you have to...
Some very nice things, Judge. Some very nice things.
Nice book, Judge. Really beautiful. Well, I'll tell you, all of you, your attention and your working together, we want to work with you and be a partner in advancing these young people and getting them to engage in the cultural areas we have around us so they can continue moving ahead. I just want to thank you all very much for all of you've done. And my son's waiting out there.
Right.
Let me get here earlier.
Thank you, Judge. We appreciate you.
So thank you all very much, and
Yes,
God
sir.
bless each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, sir. All right, we're going to move down. We passed any other VP? I'm sorry.
We're good.
Okay.
That was it, sir.
All right, any comments from administration at this time? No, nothing. Okay, anything?
Oh, your book, you got to get his book.
Okay. Oh, he ain't leaving without that book.
Should I carry it for him? No. Oh, well, you got it. Bill got it. Bill got it.
Oh, thanks, Bill. Mr. Holcomb. Okay. Okay. We're going to continue. So, any other comments from the board? We're going to start with Trustee Kraft. What's wrong?
Is this my last comment, or I just wanted to mention something, and just kind of, I've been here almost 2 years now, and I see Judge Mester here pretty much every meeting with his tie on and everything. He don't have to do this. The stuff that he's doing, he is giving his work to our society and our community. And the stuff that he's preaching and advocating right now, and is just amazing for a person that could be sitting on the beach somewhere with his shorts showing his muscles or something. But he chose to do this. And we have to commend this gentleman for all that he has done and all that he's still doing in our community.
God bless you all. Thank you.
No problem, sir. Trustee Bowman.
This is the last meeting of this school year, no, it's not, we have one more, right?
We got a few more.
One more. But the last.
School is done.
School is done.
Yeah.
So that's where I'll, this has been a tremendous school year, and I'm glad to continue to serve my community as I sit on this Board of Education. I am thankful for those who gave their time, energy, effort to this community in a teaching capacity or whatever capacity you chose to give back to your community as well. It's amazing how people sometimes go through life and never figure out what they're supposed to do, and you've been doing it, both of you, and even those who left it's just a tremendous work. I'm only 45, and you've been teaching longer so it is amazing. It is absolutely amazing, and I thank you, because it just wasn't for yourself. You did it for the love of your community, love of the children, love of this district, love of home. So it's much appreciated, and for everyone who chooses to work in the district of the school district of the city of Pontiac, I would like to say thank you. I hope you all have a beautiful summer, and I also would just like to remind people, just be mindful on how you treat others. You never know what someone may be going through, what they may be encountering in their life at any point in time. So just, if you can, be kind. It doesn't hurt to be kind. So To my trustees, thank you all so much for being all of my older siblings or cousins that I pretty much adopted. Y'all all older than me. So, and I'm just taking up a few time because usually I'm about 3 seconds in to my comment and I'm done. But I would like to say congratulations to my son Isaiah. He turned 18. He graduated. I would like to say congratulations to my son Emmanuel. He turned 20. I'm no longer a parent of minors where I have to get up and go to school and do any of the drudgery anymore. So I'm grateful for this summer because it's a new pathway in my life. And for everyone, again, thank you so much for all that you do. And I hope everyone has a beautiful summer. And this was a great meeting. Good job.
All right. Thank you, Madam. Trustee Davis Smith.
I wanted to say congratulations again to all our retirees. We really gonna miss you, and I just a lot of you have made a big impact on our youth. Just like I said, like I remember her face because my brother really loved his little kindergarten teacher, and so he felt she was better than my teacher was. So I remember seeing her after that, still in the schools and things like that. And then when my kids came, I still seen her in the school district, but I'm like, that can't be her because she still looks so great. But I really appreciate you all. Ms. Robinson, congratulations. And you know, you want our family anyway. My family believes she's their family, so I know she's gonna do a great job. And also I would like to tell the parents that even though it's summer, we need you guys to continue to read with your babies during the summertime so that they can retain what they've learned and have them to read back to them. That way it'll help us in the upcoming school year. Our teachers, before they even can teach, they have to deal with discipline and emotional problems that our students have. So I encourage family members and parents to just take 30 minutes out, if that, and read to the kids and let them read back to you what they have learned. And everybody be safe. Hope I see you guys at some pop-ups that we have in our community. And come to P's and Q's, tell me you from the school district and I'll give you a donut or cookie or cupcake.
She'll give you one anyway. All right. Thank you, Madam. So you, ma'am? Yes, ma'am, Doc. Kraft went.
Yeah, he went already. Again, congratulations, ladies, on your retirement. Ms. Robinson, on your new position as the middle school principal. I just want to say thank you to our administrators for another effective school year. So hopefully we'll get to enjoy some summer so you ladies can get some rest, and all of administration and staff. So I just wish everybody have a good, enjoy your summer.
All right. Thank you. Vice President Gross.
Thank you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
First of all, I want to thank all of you for the job you've done. And my friend, I'll be at the middle school to see you. And I appreciate you. We did some great things in this meeting today. And a lot of the things that we approve at a lot of our meetings are great things because we have great children. But I want to talk a little bit about me. I'll make some clarity here, clear up some things. Now, I've been part of a school board for about 12 years now. I made the decision to become a board member back in 1999 through 2007. And I also had the opportunity to mentor and give information and train the gentleman that sits to my left. And he came on over right after that. And then the decision was to come back and do this thing in 2020. And I've said openly how much I truly enjoy what I do here. Also, for about 37 years, I've worked with youth through Camp Oakland youth programs as a therapist and a family counselor. And I also retired from Oakland County Circuit Court after 27 years as a juvenile caseworker probation officer. During that time that I was at Oakland County, I took on a job with Michigan Works Job Links back in 2001 through 2015, where I was a mentor for children, mainly our children here in Pontiac, where I work with almost every business in this district, including this man here and this administrative building here and other school buildings, to get our children's jobs. Upon my retirement in 2022, after a year of taking time for myself, I decided to get back into the workforce and took on a part-time position as a juvenile truancy liaison for Oakland County. Now, all of these things that I've done over the last almost 50 years is to work with children, because of the passion that I have when I work with children, especially children who come from a school district where I was born and raised and bred, that send me on to a college career and a profession. I enjoy this. I'm glad that I'm doing this. It's my intent to come back in November. But I will not tolerate when there's accusations made about me. I'm not going to speak of any other board member. I'm just hearing what I'm hearing. That when it comes to ESSER dollars, why don't we have the money? Are they stealing the money? So when the accusations are being made, and I've come from a lawful, a family that deals with the law. My brother was the retired police chief of Pontiac, and his ex-wife, my nephew's mother, is a district judge. So when accusations are made that maybe they're stealing the money, or they don't respect teachers or employees, or they don't listen to them, or, okay, I won't go into that. But I'm his sidekick and we're the ones that's running this district. I have a problem with that. Because my initial and only commitment is to our children. And I just so happen to be the board trustee serving in the capacity of vice president. But my passion, this is why when you hear me raise my voice, it's not anger, it's passion for the love and commitment I have for our children. When I hear these things coming across my phone and my family are hearing these things, I got a problem with you people that are making these statements when you just don't know who I am. Over the last 3 years, this board has made the decision to give full-time employees $20,000, part-time employees $10,000, and some contractual workers $5,000 to $6,000. We've also decided, and please don't cut me off, I need to say this. We also made the decision unanimously to vote to increase the pay for incoming teachers from college to $45,000 a year with benefits. We also reinstated steps for every teacher and employee throughout this district, including principals. We also enhance and improve benefits. I have a problem, I have a concern, and I have an issue. And it's not everybody. I'm not asking for you to say, thank you, Mr. Gross, for these things, when those things occurred. But when we made decisions to utilize the remaining amount of ESSER dollars to improve this district for children, and employees are out there counting the money because someone is telling them that the board has $15 million left, we're going to get between $24,000 to $50,000 at the end of the school year. So when that decision, in actuality, it's less than $5 million now because we approved $1.5 million for a project that's going to help the kids in the high school. I'm not telling you to come say thank you, but when I hear that you say that this board do not appreciate you because we refuse to sit at this table, to not violate the state laws of Michigan, to negotiate at this table, and that's the law, before I made the decision to be a board member for 12 years, I have a problem with you. But when I received that phone call, that accusations was made that this board is taking money, because of my passion and compassion for our children and what I do, that touched me here. That bothered me. He told me not to say anything. And my wife told me on the way out the door, be nice. But I can't help what controls me inside. And it's the fact that I've made the effort, and I'm making the effort to do what's best for children. So those of you who aren't, how could I put this professionally without being, if you're unwilling to come and to talk to me about these accusations you're making, or you want to know what we're doing, because I'm looking in this room, I'm looking around this room. The most consistent people that have come to these meetings are the Williams family and some employees. No one else comes here. Every meeting, at least once a month, we provide financial information pertaining to what we're doing with the board and the monies. Am I right, Pete? Once a month. So that's from September through June. We've done all we can do to ensure that we respect those who work for us and the job that they're doing based on the decisions we have made. But I'm going to say this. I'm not going into a hole. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and improving what I'm doing. But again, I'm hurt. I'm angry. And I'm going to be unapologetic for that, because I cannot understand what we've not shown at this table, how much we appreciate those who are working with our children. I'm done. I'm done.
Listen, I was going to give a few policies. Policy 145, POO under the bylaws, policy 167, policy 143, and I'm only putting this out so you can go back online and kind of look them up, and policy 144, MCL 380-120-01 gives us our authority as a board under Public Act 451. I don't have to go reiterate, that over again. It's not a lottery number. It's MCL. That's a Michigan Compiled law, right? A law. And so, as my partner has very colorfully stated, it's a law, and we're going to follow the laws. And if I'm willing to risk and put it all on the line for our students, that's just my expectation from anybody who say they're going to deal with us, is to put it on the line. And so, with that being said, need a motion on the floor to adjourn.
Support.
Moved by Trustee Davis Smith, supported by Trustee Bowman. Questions, comments, or concerns? And one aspect, I always thought we were all the same age. And the training that I received for them is what not to do after what they did to him publicly and tried to humiliate and take his name from him when he was on this board. And as a young man coming through, I don't know if y'all got teammates or not, and maybe I may not understand this concept, but how my grandmother raised me, if my cousin is outside fighting, I better be out there with him. I shouldn't be in the house telling. And I ain't about to make no apologies about that. So if I care about you and I'm rocking with you and you say we are who we are, then I'm rocking with you. So what I saw them do to him, I wanted to make sure that never happened to another trustee again. And so when I asked him to come back, it was not to come back here and play kumbaya. It was to come back to not just only reinstate his name and his purpose, but what he has done in this district and for it to be carried on through legacy. Now, some people ain't gonna understand that, so be it. Roll call.
President Garrett?
Yes.
VP Gross?
Yes.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Bowman,
Yes.
Trustee Kraft,
Hell yeah.
and Trustee Davis Smith. 817.
All right, thank you, Mona. Appreciate it. So listen, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You heard a lot of things happening at this meeting. Please share the top of the meeting. We had some great retirees come through. We're going to try to coach them back. Make sure you give a lot of hearts to them, a lot of likes to them, a lot of love to them. When you see them out in the community, make sure you hug them, congratulate them for what they did for you and yours. Again, this is the Pontiac School District. We're not going anywhere. Great things are happening here. So again, please like, share, and subscribe. God bless you. Good night.